did you get to do your dirty work?
Move out of my way.
And if I don't, will I get a knife in my chest too?
Next Wednesday.
And for an innocent woman, a lot of dead people keep popping up near.
Growing suspicions
You just come right in the nick of time when Andy needs your aid.
may lead to explosive confrontations.
You didn't go too damn far this time.
I'ma sue you for everything you got.
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Looks like your little plan backfired. This means war.
Tyler Perry Sistas. All new next Wednesday at 9. Watch it live on BET.
Hey y'all, it's your Missniecytv and I'm here to break down the trailer for Sistas Season 8, Episode 4. The trailer starts off with Hudson asking Andy, who did you get to do your dirty work? And Andy's like, move out my way. Hudson's like, what happens if I don't? Am I going to get a knife in my chest too? Hudson, the way you're coming at Andy about this whole stabbing Gary in the chest thing, I'm starting to look at you like you're crazy. Hudson, I understand that you want to go hard for Gary because he's your friend and all, but do you realize that he would not do the same for you if you were in that situation? Hudson, can I ask you a question? Where were you when that person came into Gary's room and injected something in his IV? You're doing the absolute most trying to keep Andy away, but where were you then? Or were you the person that injected Gary's IV? Over at the law firm, we see Hayden talking to Fatima, and he's like, for Andy to be a good woman, there's a lot of dead people that come up around her. Hayden, the only dead person he could be referring to is Mr. Leland, and he had a heart attack. Gary's not dead, sir, and you know that because Tamara told you that he was in the ICU fighting for his life. Hayden, I know you're not talking. There's people that might not come up dead around you, but you do have a lot of shady people around you when you're doing shady things. Once people start disclosing all the shady stuff that you did, you won't look so innocent yourself. Then we see Andy finally make it into Gary's hospital room, and she sees him, and she looks like she's about to cry, and I'm like, girl, what you about to cry? Yes, everybody's entitled to their emotions, and she might feel empathy and sympathy for him, but I wouldn't. But the look that she gave when she was about to cry, she looked like she was about to cry for somebody that she's in love with. I've said this a time or two before and I'll say it again. I think Andy still secretly wanted to marry Gary, and when he got deep down inside of her, she's still in love with him, and that's why it took her so long to tell her friends the truth. She basically admitted in last week's episode that she still cares about him and still loves him, and Andy's just stupid, that's it, and that's all. Then we see Zach having breakfast with Fatima, and I'm like, Zach came up there on his own will after Fatima told him not to, and he brought breakfast as an excuse. I wonder how Zach is gonna take it when Fatima tells him that Hayden's her boss. All I'm gonna say is that both Hayden and Zach better tread lightly on each other, cause neither one of them wants to get beat up or go back to jail, cause Zach's crash outs are not good. Then we see Fatima talking to Robin, and she's like, it's funny how you come back just in the nick of time when Andy needs your help. Fatima, I know that Robin came for you first and was talking to you crazy a little bit, but I need you to watch your tone and watch the things you say. Andy's not there to help you get out of trouble if something happens, because Robin's still the boss, and it doesn't look like Robin's letting. But I would surely like to hear what Robin has to say to Fatima's question, because he said to Andy that he was just here to help with the firm, but we all know that it's something deeper than that. Over at the airport, we see Tony coming up to Danny with all smiles, and I'm like, what is he up to? Whatever it is, it's not good. Whatever it is, 9 times out of 10, Tony oversteps his boundaries, and Danny gets mad about it. Back over at the law firm in this flash clip, we see Zach trying to put his hands on Hayden. I'm like, what did Hayden do and say smart now? Zach is just not gonna put his hands on him for no reason. Hayden, you didn't learn your lesson the first time when Zach put his hands on you. Aren't you tired of effing around and finding out? What Zach did to you before is mediocre to like you could actually do. If you keep playing with this man, he gonna show you what you really about. Like I said, Tony probably overstepped and did something that he wasn't supposed to do, because over at the airport, Danny tells him, you really overdid it this time. What I think happened was Tony called Krisha and set up an appointment for Danny after Danny told him that she was taking her mental health journey on her own. He doesn't think that she's gonna do it, so he set up an appointment. Over at the salon, we see Karen and Pam with shocked looks on their face, and they're looking at this customer who comes in and says, I'ma sue you for everything you got. Sorry to break it to you, but I don't think either one of them had the money that you're looking for, so you ain't gonna get anything. So you're just suing to sue at this. Kind of feel bad for Karen, then I kind of don't, because as soon as you agree to do business with Pam, the person that knows nothing about business, you get sued. I really hope that Pam is not out here scamming people the way that she be raving about Rooster Riches and how good it is. Karen asked the customer to leave, and the customer's like, nah, I ain't going nowhere. Karen, you just don't know what you got yourself into. So you and Pam better have a good lawyer. Over at the bank, we have Paige talking to Sabrina and Maurice, and Paige is like, I hope you know that your little plan didn't work. The plan that she's referring to is when Maurice told her boss that Paige was outside giving head to people on the clock. Over in Sabrina's office, it looks like she's crying, and I hope it's not because of Paige. I hope that Sabrina knows that she could use her powers as branch manager and try to get rid of Paige. Paige is talking about something, this means war, and I'm like, Paige, the only thing you're gonna do is try to mess up their jobs. Even if you try to, the boss nor Sabrina is gonna believe you, because she had to come and check behind you the first time you tried to do it. So good luck trying. But let me know what you guys think about the trailer. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your bell notifications. Bye!